Warriors, welcome to day 9 of 29 days of the Anxiety Guy. Today, we are discussing the uncommon symptoms of anxiety that someone may be experiencing that they just can't seem to figure out. Let's go.
Did we find it?
There it is!
Let's go. Good morning, warriors. It's a fantastic day to become more than anxiety. Let's go. Today's question is about symptoms. Now, many of you know me through Facebook, Instagram, my books, and you know that I don't like dabbling with the effect so much. I like focusing on the cause, the root of why a person is physiologically, mentally, emotionally experiencing what he or she is experiencing. But today, I decided, hey, you know what? It's a good question because as much as I'm not here to provide reassurance for people suffering from anxiety, I do want to provide some insight and some personal insight as to these more uncommon physical symptoms of anxiety. So, David Helk asks, Dennis, can you provide a list of more uncommon symptoms of anxiety that you and others that you work with have experienced in the past? Now, let's get into it right away. The first uncommon symptom that I experienced for a long period of time, and I know that many of my clients going through my programs and such also experience, is body twitches. Body twitches. How do I explain body twitches? Well, it's kind of like bodily pinches, right? Like little pinch here, a little pinch there, a little pinch over here, a little pinch up here, a little pinch over here. Mostly on the outside, but sometimes on the inside. So the same feeling that you get on the outside, a bodily pinch, that twitch, you can also feel sometimes in your bones. You sometimes can feel it in your heart. You sometimes can feel it elsewhere. But this is an uncommon symptom. A lot of people don't talk about it or they don't experience it. But I realized that through inner healing and getting to a better place with my anxiety and emotional distress and reframing my past traumas and reframing my future identity, all the good work that we do, the symptom went away, right? And I found that body twitches showed up more and more after something that I was engaged with was highly stimulating after that experience. So, if you're talking to someone and they're really sucking the energy out of you, you feel like you're working so hard just to be in a conversation with them, that kind of thing. Or you're stuck in traffic and you're just beating yourself up and looking around and going, what's going on here? Stimulating things like that, TV shows, movies, horror movies, drama movies, these sorts of things. So I found the connection between body twitches and stimulation to be a very real one. The next uncommon physical symptom is body zaps. Now, body zaps are different. Body zaps are kind of like this energetic jolt that you get. You're like, whoa, what's that? And very concerning for a long period of time until I started to become more and more disinterested by them. I kind of started to believe that I was like the Flash, Flash, the superhero. I got this energetic jolt going off my body and different parts of my body, and I began interpreting it differently. This isn't a fear, this isn't a physical this or a physical that. It's an opportunity for for me to discharge built up energy based around current and past situations, so let me use this energy. That's kind of the interpretation I started to adopt into my life when it came to body zaps. But again, uncommon, many people don't experience it or they don't talk about it because other people just don't understand. The third one is the inability, and this is really interesting, the inability to kinesthetically feel the texture of things. I'm feeling something, but I just can't seem to get a hold of what I'm feeling. You know, that kind of feeling. I remember going for a walk and touching the leaves and feeling out the trees, and I'm like, I don't seem to feel anything. You know, friends are going, hey, isn't it awesome that X, Y, Z, the tree is so this and the leaves are so that? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying, but I just don't have any, emotional connection to what I'm feeling, and I can't seem to grasp the texture of this. So, very, very common, in fact, with people suffering from depersonalization, derealization. I've found that this is deeply connected to someone being emotionally, mentally, and then therefore being physically depleted. And when you're at this level of depletion, the system basically turns off, switches down certain resources that tend to work well for a human being in order for them to exist in a world that the system believes is very scary and threatening. So, uncommon? Yeah. Another one is zoning out during conversations. I used to talking to someone and listening, and I'm kind of looking at their forehead and wow, they got red lips. And then all of a sudden I'd zone out, right? They would keep talking, but I couldn't hear their words. And I just got really confused. I started thinking about other things. I went internal. Are my symptoms there? At what level are they there? Oh my God, what am I going to do after this? I'm really worried about things. Zoning out during conversations with people. And again, uncommon, not talked about very often, but something that we should be aware of that goes hand in hand with a person who's got subconscious beliefs, subconscious programs based around worry, right? And those subconscious programs have been there, ingrained from a very young age, right? And reality, in fact, isn't as scary as these warriors believe it is, but because the program is running on an endless loop, they tend to really check in with themselves and life constantly and stay in that comfort zone. So uncommon. Last one is this squeezing and tightening sensation in the stomach. I know people say, I got the stomach bugs or whatever, or this nervous feeling in my stomach, but this is a little bit different. This is a little bit more uncommon. It's kind of like being squeezed, right? It's like you're taking two hands and you're just squeezing, or really powerful hands, you're squeezing your stomach area to the point where you feel like you're hyperventilating, and it just seems like you can't get a deep breath, so you go into air hunger. can't get a deep breath in. And so I experienced this for a very long time, mainly because my perceptions and interpretations of the world and the current situation were so off. And because they were off, I was always in this standing guard cycle. I gotta stand guard no matter what's going on in my life. I gotta constantly monitor my symptoms. If I don't monitor my symptoms all the time, then the worst, thing that I'm imagining could come true. I mean, this is kind of the mentality, the thinking patterns of somebody at this level of sensitivity. If we call it health anxiety, we call it whatever. But these are uncommon symptoms. I went through them. People that I work with go through them. Don't hear about them often, but what I want to hear is from you. Comment below if you experience any of these symptoms or know anybody that experiences them, and let's discuss it. Let's get to a better place around them, and let's get to the root cause of these symptoms. Warriors, I truly hope that you're enjoying these 29 days of the Anxiety Guy. I am making one video every single day for the month of February, so get your question in the comments section. I may use that question for future videos. And if you have any other questions on my newest powerful program called The Inner Circle, head on over to this website right here. Remember that you are more than anxiety. Don't ever forget it. I'll see you in the next video.